What if you could manifest your dreams just by speaking or writing them down? Just words becoming things. That's not fantasy. That's Bhadra Yoga. The yoga of the power of the tongue and the mind. When this yoga awakens in your chart, you don't just speak, you manifest. Your words become contracts. Your writing becomes reality. Your thoughts don't stay as thoughts, they turn into things. And not just that, this is also the yoga of very high intelligence, unstoppable business skills, and the ability to solve problems that leave everyone else stuck. I can go on and on. So, are you one of the lucky few to have this placement in your chart? Let's find out. Welcome to Vedic Astrology Simplified. If you've ever wanted to learn astrology that is easy to understand, you're in the right place. As soon as you finish this video, you will know whether you have Bhadra Yoga or not, and if it is currently active or inactive. And what do I mean by that? Well, you see, it depends on what planetary period you are going through right now. Mahadasha and Antardasha. But we will get into that later on. First, let's look at the combination for this yoga. You see, it forms when Mercury sits in a Kendra. That's houses 1, 4, 7, 10. And at the same time, Mercury needs to be in its own sign, Gemini or Virgo. It's exalted in Virgo. Now, check your chart to see if you have it. If you do, then you were born with a mind that pretty much cuts through all the noise. You see, Mercury gives you sharp intelligence, quick wit, and the ability to explain complex things simply. This is a yoga of people who don't just talk, they persuade, they teach, they lead through their words. Number 2. So what does it promise? Well, your speech for one is magnetic. When you speak, people are mesmerized. When you write, people are mind blown. You're also very talented and have a youth-like quality. You see, you can even manifest your dreams into reality by just intentionally speaking or writing words down. That's real power. People with this yoga often start as a quiet one, but look at what this yoga brings. Razor sharp intelligence. You will learn faster than anyone. Persuasive speech. People believe what you say. Business success. You negotiate, you sell, and you close deals very well. Writing and teaching talent. Your words educate and inspire. Wealth through communication. Speaking, writing, consulting, coaching. These are your A game. Fame and recognition. Your name becomes known. Respect from authority. Leaders listen to you. Problem solving genius. You basically fix what others can't. Now, think of every great speaker, every best-selling author, every CEO who turned around a company with a single memo. They don't just have luck. They either had a very strong Mercury or this insane Bhadra Yoga in their chart. Now let me give you an example in the form of a quick story. There was a young man. His name? Well, it doesn't matter. His chart, that's what matters more than anything. He stuttered in his youth. Every word was a battle. People laughed when he spoke. Teachers ignored his raised hand, and he learned to stay quiet, invisible. But you see, his grandmother, the only one who never gave up on him, took his birth chart to an astrologer with an open mind and a more modern approach. This astrologer studied it for a long time, and then he smiled. Bhadra Yoga, he said. Mercury exalted in the 10th house. This boy's voice will move mountains, but not yet. It sleeps. Years passed. The young man worked in a warehouse, stacking boxes. No one knew his name. No one heard his voice. Then one day, his new Mahadasha began. Guess which one? He didn't feel different at first, but that night he wrote a single sentence on a scrap of paper. I am not invisible. My words will manifest my dreams into reality. He posted it online. A stranger replied, "Show me what's inside your mind through your words." He did just that. He started an online blog. He wrote everything he had locked up in his head. His words connected. Confidence grew. A publisher got in touch. Then an invitation to speak at a venue. Within 3 years, that warehouse worker was on stage. No stutter, no fear, just a voice that had finally found its time. The same voice that once couldn't order coffee now commanded rooms. That's the power of Bhadra Yoga. That's how it can change your entire life when its time arrives. Not a moment before, not a moment later. Exactly when the stars decide you're ready. So for you out there who feel invisible, do not worry. Your time is still to come. And it's not just stories. Look at Conor McGregor, the MMA fighter. He was struggling under Saturn Mahadasha, and then as soon as he entered Mercury Mahadasha, his MMA career took him to the top. Quick wit, skill, and an impressive mind. You see, I'll break down charts of some famous people soon on this channel. So if there's anyone you want me to do, let me know. Okay, number 3. So when does this actually show up in your life? Well, it activates during Mercury Mahadasha or whenever Mercury Antardasha runs inside any other dasha. So for example, if you're running a Saturn Mahadasha, wait till Mercury Antardasha hits. Then you will see the results of what this yoga promises. Same goes if you're running Sun, Moon, Mars, or other Mahadashas. Once Mercury Antardasha comes into play, you will notice its effects. But of course, if you're going through Mercury Mahadasha, that's when the real power, bigger, stronger effects come into play. Now here's the thing. The timing also depends on aspects, conjunctions, nakshatras, the placement of the dispositor, and other divisional charts like the D9, D10, etc. So if you have a strong Mercury in its own sign, exalted, well aspected, it will give you very strong results quickly. However, a weak Mercury, if it's debilitated in Pisces, combust near the Sun, or afflicted in any way, takes some time to show its promises. For example, if you have Saturn aspecting it, expect slow results. If it's in its own sign or aspected by benefics, then of course, amazing results. So don't worry if no one listens to you today, or things are not working out for you at the moment. Life changes. And if you're due a Mercury Mahadasha and you have this placement, I have really good news for you. Things are about to change dramatically. Okay, so let's quickly recap. Step 1. Mercury in Kendra 1, 4, 7, 10 plus in its own sign or exalted sign, Gemini or Virgo. Step 2. What it promises. Magnetic speech, wealth, fame, leadership, and so on. Step 3. Activation in Mercury Mahadasha or Antardasha. That's pretty much Bhadra Yoga in a nutshell. Okay, this was the simplified breakdown for Bhadra Yoga. Now look, Vedic astrology is deep. There's always more layers, but for now, you have a solid understanding of what this yoga is, what it promises, and when it wakes up, and that's what matters. So if you do have any questions about your chart, about Mercury, about timing, leave them in the comments. I read every single one. And if you have Bhadra Yoga, leave it in the comments below too and share your experience. Make sure you hit subscribe for the next one. The next one will be on Venus Mahapurush Yoga. That doesn't make people just like you. It makes people obsess over you. Charm, luxury, wealth, magnetic attraction, all the good things. Do you have it? I guess we'll find out. So until then, remember your timing isn't late, it's just different. And when your Mercury arrives, you won't just speak, you'll break down walls and shine through. So be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.